Okay, hello. So this is the lecture component, the online lecture component for the hymn that we covered on Friday, Kata Nikhoros, that we also covered alongside Afrikat Ve. So my recommendation is to watch this video first before you watch Afrikat Ve. The reason being is because the Hezeh for Kata Nikhoros are the exact same as Afrikat Ve. The only difference is that Afrikat Ve has one additional portion to it at the very beginning. So my recommendation is to first watch this one and then watch Afrikat Ve, and you'll have pretty much the whole hymn down. Because once you learn Kata Nikhoros, you pretty much have Afrikat Ve down. It should take maybe 5-10 minutes to learn that hymn once you're all set. But so this hymn is Kata Nikhoros, which translates to all of the choirs. Now, there's two versions of Kata Nikhoros. There is a very long Kata Nikhoros and a short Kata Nikhoros. This is the short Kata Nikhoros that we sing during distribution. So this would be after we sing the festive Psalm 150. So this is what we're going to be singing. There's also a long version of Kata Nikhoros, and you'll oftentimes see this recording called Kata Nikhoros el Hebeb, or Kata Nikhoros of the Veil, which you could also be singing during the Zephyr, right? During the procession. So Kata Nikhoros can be sung in either of those instances, but we're focusing on the short Kata Nikhoros that you would be singing during communion. Okay? So we're going to go through the whole hymn. It shouldn't be too bad. A lot of it repeats, but there's two individual portions. And in fact, when you look at this hymn, there is two versions even of the short hymn. There's a part of the hymn that actually oftentimes gets cut off. It's this part here, Evso or Evsop. But usually you'll see it cut off a little bit short here for a lot of recordings. So we're going to learn the whole hymn, but recognize that it's not too bad because there's a lot of repetition. Okay, so we're going to go through the whole hymn, and then we're going to go piece by piece. So as you always remember, we have our long notes, we have our short notes, and we have our medium notes. But we're going to go through the whole hymn, and then we'll go piece by piece. Atani Horo Sne emni taxi is ente nani fi owi ne emna epekahi Ni angelos nemniro mi evso oh 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 Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, Othelim. Japan choice isos perestos pirei ibemi ijen. Penchois isos perestos pirei ibemi I Avton. 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 Oh, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, any, ethmo so that's the hymn. Okay, so as you can see, we have three sections that repeat. We have this beginning portion, we have this second portion, and then we have the ending portion, which is pretty much the same, maybe with the exception of the ending. Okay, so let's start with this portion here, because once we get this portion down, we'll have pretty much the whole hymn down. Okay, so we'll start from the beginning. Okay, so what I want to note about the beginning is it's very anthemic, right? So we're starting, it goes ka Okay, so one more time. Ka Okay, so what we can notice here is we're starting pretty neutral, ga, and then going high on this second long note. Ga, So we're starting neutral, we're going high, then going back low. Okay. Now when we go it's going to be the same exact here. And then it goes back high. So it's going neutral, high, low, low, back high. Okay. So it's going Okay, so practice that on your own. Ga, Okay. Then there's going to be a bit of a break. That's why we have the red dot here. Okay. So it's going to go ga, ta. Okay, so practice. Ta. So just practice. Ta. Okay, so it's ga ta. Okay, so practice one more time. Ga ta. Okay, so you got the beginning portion down. Now we're just the ta. Okay. Ga ta. Okay, so this one's going to start pretty high. Ta. And then it's going to go kind of lower. So it's ta. Okay, so starting high. Ta. Okay, one more time. Ga ta. The next part is ni horo. Okay, so this ni horo, very similar to the parts over here where we're kind of going down, right? So all together, it's going to be ga ta ni horo. Okay, so practice here. Ta ni horo. Okay. Atani horo. Okay, so one more time all together to move on to the next portion. Ga atani horo. So this part here has a little bit of bounce to it, right? So if we're starting here, atani horo. Okay. Atani horo. Right? Okay. So practice that little bounce, right? Okay, it's gonna be like very bouncy. It's not just gonna be continuous like what I just did. Okay. Atani horo. So practice. So just starting at these three medium notes. Okay, this part. So you can even have like a bit of a break here if you want. Okay. So all this whole line together. Ga ta ni horo. Okay, so practice this. Ga ta ni horo. Okay. Atani horo. Practice the ro. The row. Practice the row. Ro. So it's a little bit high at the beginning and then it descends. Ro. So practice this part alone. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. This next line is going to start like this. Oh, 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 oh. So it builds up again. Oh, 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 oh. And then the last note is going to be a little bit low. So it's oh, 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 oh. Okay. So ka atani horo. oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. One more time. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. Next part is gonna go like, oh, 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 oh. So again, it's descending. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. So practice this part here. Oh, oh, oh. 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 Okay. So it's again a lot of dynamics up and down. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. So practice this from here. Oh, oh, oh. So practice. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, so one more time. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. The next part's gonna go like this. Nemni. So it's a little bit responsive. It's kind of going back and forth. Nemni. So practice that again. Nemni. Okay, so one more time. Nemni. So let's practice that all together. Okay, so one more time. We'll practice it. Nemni. Practice this part alone. So it's gonna go high here. Okay. This part can be a little bit tricky, especially the transition is hard, but there's going to be a break here. This is going to go one more time. One more time. So the third long note here is going high, and then it's going back down. Toxi is. Okay, so practicing from Nemni. Nemni. Toxi is. And the key here is to start the ta for toxi a little bit high. So it's going to go toxi is. Okay. Toxi is, and the is at the end is very anthemic. It's going to be very triumphant. Is, so it's going to be two medium, one long. Is. Toxi is. Okay. Now the next portion is going to be the exact same as the top portion, just the beginning, and the end is going to be a little bit different. So we'll look at it. Okay. So it's going to start like this. Okay. So two long notes. Start low to high. One more time. Eh, and then the long note here is going to be high, and then you're going to go low, high, low, and then back to what the beginning of Kata Nikhoros is like. Okay? So it's going to go notice that? One more time. Nani fi o Okay. So again, exactly the same as the top here. So I'm not going to go too in depth. I'll go up till pretty much this portion here, which is where the hymn is exactly the same. So just follow along. If you've known the hazet here, you should be able to cross apply them here. Right? So it's going to go like this. And Nani fi o we ay, 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 ne, na, ah, Okay, now we begin the new portion. Okay, so starting high. And then it's going to go very low. Okay, even here it's kind of descending. One more time. Okay, and you're going to do that twice. So it's going to go like this. Okay, and then here you're going to also start high. Okay, so just this portion like this. And then it's going to go low. Like that. Okay, so together it's going to be Okay, and then this part is going to be a little bit bouncy. Epekahi. Okay. Epekahi. Okay, so this part you can kind of just get through by just knowing the length of the notes and going. Epekahi. Pause, and that's it. Okay, so that's the ending. So let's do it all together. Epekahi. Okay. Now this portion is the portion that usually gets cut. Usually for the hymn, you'll go up to like here and then end it. So we'll go through the whole part, but just know that a lot of this starting here, pretty much to here, doesn't usually get done. Usually it will just go like this. Ni angelos nem niro mi everso. Oh, 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 and then it goes here. Ev erepsa. That's usually how it's done. But just for the sake of knowing the whole hymn, we'll go through this portion as well. A lot of it repeats, so it should be okay. Okay, so we're gonna practice just the very quick portion of this, not the long repetitious portion. Okay, so let's just practice that. Ni angelos. So just practice that part. Ni angelos. Ni angelos. One more time. Ni angelos. Ni angelos. One more time. Ni angelos nem niro mi eveso. So just practice that portion with me together. 1, 2, 3. Ni angelos nem niro mi eveso. One more time. Ni angelos nem niro mi eveso. One more time. Ni angelos nem niro mi eveso. Pause. Oh, 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 oh. So let's practice that part together. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, one more time. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. So notice these two are exactly the same. Oh, 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 oh. And you're going, oh, so high. Oh, 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 oh. And then here it's going to go low. So it's going to be oh, 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 oh. Okay, so together it's going to be oh, 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 oh. Again, the same exact here. Oh, 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 low again. Oh, 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 lower. Okay, so it's going to be the following. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. So here, the only two low notes are going to be the first long note and the last long note. And then it's going to be all high up here. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, so practice this part here. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. One more time. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. Low to high, back to low. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, so it repeats again. Now this part is going to be unique. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, so high to low. Oh, 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 oh. One more time. Oh, oh. Practice just the beginning part. Oh, oh. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. So let's practice together. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. So here it's gonna go oh, 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 oh. So this last one here is gonna be low, but the rest of these are high, right? So oh, 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 oh. Okay, so let's practice from here. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, and this part is gonna go. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, so one more time. Oh, 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 oh. And these parts right here, the oh, 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 are pretty much repeating. Okay, so from this part, it's gonna go oh, 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 oh. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. Practice this Okay, so neutral to high to low. Oh, 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 oh. And then this whole thing repeats again. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. And then we go on this part. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. So practice that. Oh, 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 oh. Just that part. Oh, 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 oh. And this part's gonna go oh, 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 oh. So it's low, high, back, low. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. This is gonna go oh, 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 oh. One more time. Oh, 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 oh. So it's gonna start a little bit high. Oh, oh. So that part. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, so this is gonna be oh, 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 oh. Okay, so one more time. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. So practice this part. Oh, oh, oh. Let's start from here though. Oh, 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 oh. One more time. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. And that's the if so part. Okay? So just practice that. And remember what I'm noticing about the pitches here. That's what you want to also note here. Okay? Let's go on to this portion here. A lot of repetition here too. Ev, Ereb, Salin. So just practice the beginning. Ev, pause. Ereb, Salin. Chen Uthelin. Okay, one more time. Ev, Ereb, Salin. Chen Uthelin. One more time. Ev, Ereb, Salin. So notice, Salin, it's high. Salin, Chen, Uthelin. J, pause. Pen, choice, isos, pechere, stos. So it's going back low. J, pen, choice. But it's going to start high. So it's going to go J, pen, choice. Practice that part. J, pause. Pen, choice. Choice, isos, pe. Christos pire yi pause ib emi I je descending je one more time je Ben choice isos pechere stos pichei ib emi I a Avton. Okay, so starting high. Avton. Okay, so Avton. One more time. Avton. Okay, and just practice that part. This part's a lot easier because if you find a recording, it's not like a lot more memorization. There's a lot of repetition. And because you're not prolonging any vowels for a long period of time, the tune will get in your head pretty easily. Okay, so let's move on to the last part, which is exactly the same as this portion, just the ending's a little bit, sorry, this portion, just the ending's a little bit different. Ready? So it's going to be after exactly the same. So I'm not going to go through every single hazard again because we already went through it, but it's going to go after All right, so practice from this end. And that's the ending to the hymn. Okay, so that's the hymn Kata Nikhoros. What you'll notice in the Afrikat Ve video is that it's a very short video. The reason why the Afrikat Ve video is very short is because the Hazet are the exact same as Kata Nikhoros, just the beginning portion where it's like Afrikat Ve, that portion is different. So those are not meant to be videos that are to watch separately on their own. Afrikat Ve is dependent on Kata Nikhoros. So my recommendation is that if you go watch Afrikat Ve, if you just want the recording's there at Afrikat Ve. No worries, Habibi. But here we have the full explanation of the Hazet. So if you're looking for the explanation for the Hazet for Afrikat Ve, it's going to be here in the Kata Nikhoros video because the Hazet are exactly the same. Obviously, this is sung during Resurrection and the Holy 50 up until like actually throughout the Holy 50, but Afrikat Ve is for Ascension specifically. Okay, and obviously the meanings here are different, right? This is talking about Christ resurrecting the true lamb. Obviously, Afrikat Ve is going to have a different meaning to it, given that it's sung at a different point in time, at a different season. But nonetheless, they are both festive tunes and festive hymns. One is for the Holy 50, and the other is for Ascension. But nonetheless, they are both beautiful hymns. They are sung at different points of the liturgy, but nonetheless, they're both beautiful hymns, and I highly recommend that you learn them and engage with them and appreciate the festivity of the hymn, because it's not always that we get to really have a lot of these nice festive hymns, especially after Lent, where we're not really doing a lot festive wise, right? Like if you look at Matins, we're not even doing the verses of the symbols, right? We're doing the long Kyrie eleison, for example. Or you're just going to notice throughout Holy Week, everything is in the Hazaini, the very mournful tune. So it's really nice to be able to appreciate many of these festive hymns alongside the other festivities that we're doing, right? The long Hiten, the long Agios, the festive Psalm 150. So appreciating the festivity of the hymns, getting into the spirit of the Holy 50, reminding ourselves what it is we're actually doing during the Odes, and remembering at the end of the day that we are praising alongside the heavenly choirs. So that is the beauty of this hymn. All you choirs, it's a beautiful hymn, right? So at the end of the day, if you appreciate this and you like all the choirs, this is all you choirs, a different one, but all the choirs. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful hymn. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If there's anything you'd like more details on or more information, please let me know. If there's any way this video is helpful, I truly glory to God, and thank you so much for enjoying this. If you have any questions, always feel free to message me.